Okay, this is the Tampa Bay wallpaper installer coming to you from Wesley Chapel with this accent wall wallpaper installation. And I came to a point at which I decided to show you the mechanics of cutting around an obstacle on the wall, a window, woodwork, or both. So let me take the camera off of the stand and bring you to the site. Okay, so I'm coming down the wall with my wallpaper and I reach an obstacle. If you treat the wallpaper like this, you can't mess this up. Okay, so now watch this. There are two obstacles. One, this is my first obstacle. If I'm hanging my paper from top to bottom, I come against this obstacle right here. And then I have this obstacle, this piece here. And then as a third one, every time you have to cut the paper to accommodate an obstacle, add another number. If you don't treat it like that, you will overcut your wallpaper and you wind up, you see this right here? You'll wind up with your cut outside here. When I was new at this, I did that. Okay? So, when you're rolling your paper down, just picture it, you let it free flow. You let it fall to the floor. Now take your hand, rub it against the wall. You'll feel your first obstacle. And that's the first thing you're gonna cut to get around this thing. So what you're gonna do is take your smoother and put it against your obstacle. And I want you to mimic the cut. And so my cut is horizontal. I have a horizontal guide. Now I want you to cut away from the paper. Meaning, watch my thumb. From this point, that way, that way, that way, okay? If you cut this way, you will cut too much paper. So I want you to use your index finger, feel the end of your obstacle, then put the blade on the point at which you felt the end of your obstacle, and then pull the knife this way. That's your first cut. Then the paper will relax. Now you have your second obstacle. If you don't cut this right here, you're going to have a mess. So then you take your guide again, go like this. Right up against the obstacle. Okay, you see that? Right up against that obstacle. And here's what I want you to do. Slice down, but very controlled. Down. Just go down. You see it's only an inch here. And then the paper will relax around that obstacle. It will no longer be pushing the paper up. Then you're coming to your third obstacle, which is now an angled cut. And I want you to put your flat smoother up against there. And then, you remember when I said, watch where you slide the blade, the direction in which you slide your blade? Well, now you got paper on both sides of the cut. So here's what I want you to do. Go halfway, okay? Take your blade here. Feel the obstacle end. Just feel it with your finger. Put your blade where you felt it. Go halfway up here. And then take your blade here and pull it down there. And you will have a beautiful, crisp cut. And now all that paper around there will relax. You see how it's relaxed? Look. It's not interfering with my next obstacle. Here's my next obstacle. Well, this is an easy one, isn't it? Now that we have this out of the way. You see, if we started to cut here, that's the tendency of a new paper hanger. He puts the paper on and he says, okay, I got to cut this. Well, guess what? You'll cut this and then you'll find out your paper's short and you'll be a half an inch away from your wall. You have to deal with each obstacle in the order in which the paper hits it. And that's the easiest way I could explain it. Because the paper wants to wrap itself around the wall. And then it hits an obstacle. Well, the first one that it hits is the one that you're going to cut first. Because then the paper relaxes. Okay, so then I'm not going to show you this, but I'm going to cut here. I'm going to put my smoother up here, right? Nice and sharp. And then this is your last obstacle, which we all know how to do that if you've been watching these videos, if you hang paper. So that's it. That is, I'm going to label this again. I see that actually my video on how to cut wallpaper around a window, that has almost 1,500 views and it's only 90 days old. This one I hope, and that one my cameraman was blocking the mechanics of the cut, and it still has that many views, and I didn't get any negative comments, which means it must have served its purpose. So I'm going to post this one. If you have any comments or questions, because this is the one most people are asking questions about, how to cut around a window, a radiator, other things that are blocking, well, like toilet bowls and stuff. Okay, so this is Spencer, the Tampa Bay wallpaper installer. If you like the video, please go through the trouble of just clicking on like. It helps me with the algorithms on YouTube, and it helps me promote my videos. Also, if you like the videos, I'm always posting new ones. Please click on subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching this one. See you on the next frame.